So I'm not your typical management guy, not clean shaven coming. This is new age. This is new age. Uh, this is what new age business is all about. And I'm not wearing a coat, suit, tie, and all, which I don't believe in. I travel in slippers around the world, so it's fine. Simple as that. Uh, uh, um, okay, fine, thank you. Right. So I've been a teacher at postgraduate level for MTech and PhD students for 6 years at iScore IT Pune. So I think I've been here Vadi a couple of times to engineering colleges to give talks, and many students have come and did projects in engineering section with me. So today I was talk about the business opportunity for you in this new age. Many people talked about hope, life, big things. I keep it very simple. See, this universe is around 14.3 billion years old, and the Earth is around 4.5 billion years old. How many human species is just 2 lakh years old? I think you have listened to a lot of speech, so I'll keep it very simple. Any country in the history of human race, which is modern Homo sapiens, is 2 lakh years old. If you're not into three aspects of technology, that is science, engineering, and technology, you cannot sustain a continuous development over the years. For example, in the late 90s, when it was liberalized, we got into something called IT, but we have not made a single product in IT which is sold around the world. Right, as simple as that. We sit in India, cut pace, and it has become nominal to accept service industry, service-enabled industry. But to build a country, we need products, not services. Service is important. It's the topmost layer. And that is what it should have been made in India, not make in India. Right? It should have been made in India, not make in India. That is what I believe. And that is what, even if I stay 10 years or more in Europe, I always come back to India to create products. And this is the place where you have the young population who can convert it. Many of you are engineers, but never know why you did engineering. That's a problem. Many of you study anything, but to be an entrepreneur, especially people like me, who left teaching, who left jobs in big companies, if you have the passion, the most important thing in life is passion in the right sense, not in the wrong sense. If you have the passion to do something creative, okay, so if you have the passion to create things, you can automatically create. And in last 20 years, there's been a lot of change. IT has enabled a lot of development in India. It has been able to bring about, convert people from middle class, from lower middle income group to middle income group, bring many people out of poverty. We talk about GDP, growth rate, blah, 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 everything. But end of the day, if you go to a hospital, you use an X-ray machine which is made by Philips, right? If you go, our farmers in Vidarbha are dying without water. Nobody is to talk about them, right? So what is your technology and institutes and colleges, or whether you are educated or not educated, what you are doing? So why can't you think in those aspects what is entrepreneurship is all about? Why you have to wait for some Infosys or a TCS or a Wipro, which is a service-based company, to come to your campus to recruit? Right? It's a service-based company. Why can't you create it? Why you have to only talk about Ola? Why can't you talk about Philips? Why can't you talk about something? Why you have to talk about Flipkart? It's a service-based model. Why can't you sell the product? Why can't you sell a low-cost pump to villages? Yeah, right? Why can't you design and manufacture mobile phones in India? Right? Why you have to purchase from abroad because you are paying? Apple is from US. So why can't we develop indigenous? You tell me one aircraft built in India, one ship built in India, any one devices that you are using in your day-to-day life, starting from transistor, which was invented in 1947 in Bell Laboratories. What is our contribution? What is the number of research papers, quality papers we have in terms of products? Service is one aspect. We have been made slaves for last 400 to 500 years or thousands of years. Still we are not able to come out of that mental block. You see our temples, Ajanta, Elloras, and 5,000 years old, 2,000 years old. We never imported any machinery. We had Max, we had technology. That's all. We can do it, right? That's what you should aspire to be. That's what you should be aspired to be. And that is what I believe in. I may not be, that's what not the majority of India believes, but I believe it in very strongly, right? And that's the background I come from. Typical engineer who creates, builds, not the engineer who pays money and gets a degree for 4 lakhs. Every year India produces 12 lakhs engineers. So imagine the amount of money going into it. And at the same time we have 30 crores people living below poverty line. In the same country where we talk about 8% GDP growth, and every year around 1,000 farmers commit suicide, we are not able to provide solutions, right? So we have to think about it. What we are doing with the current, every year 100 engineering colleges are closed down, and in Maharashtra 15 MBA institutes have been closed down, because when you just jump into the rat race, you will never win. You have to stand out, innovate. Many times it is being misunderstood what is innovation in India, because mostly in management schools I find if you don't, for example, if you don't understand how to convert science, the basic understanding of nature, to a product, you cannot make business out of it. If you're not able to convert technology and make a product out of it, you cannot make money out of it. So there's a lot of difference between a businessman and entrepreneurs. I think many of you would have read articles. A businessman only looks at profit. Yeah? He uses people like you to employ it, use your brain. He just rotates money here and there and makes money. 90% of Indian business runs like that, from big corporates to small corporates. But an entrepreneur is always follows the passion, and you have to identify your talent and go for it. And that's all about I have to say. I don't have much to say, but because normally you work, you just work and create. Whatever you want, you create. You don't depend on others to create it. And India can become a powerful country not because of you import weapons, because when others import your weapons, right? When others import your weapons. Unfortunately, that's not happening in India right now. We are exporting service. Yes, agriculture is a big letdown. Nobody is, you talk about websites like Flipkart to sell your agriculture produce, but you're not talking about how to modernize your agriculture, how to increase your food growth, amount of food growth. So that is where you have a lot of opportunities. Don't just think of business as creating a website and selling goods. Stop there. Now think of selling something else. Think of selling service is important, but service cannot run a country in the long term. Right? Today, because of IT, the rates I've been in Pune for the last 10 years, so in and out, but the land price has gone up. Half the buildings are not occupied, right? They're not ready to reduce the price. So, but this is purely dependent upon IT growth which happened in the last 15 years, starting from 2001 in Hinjawadi. Yeah? So I was in Hinjawadi for 6 years. So I know the condition there. So when you talk on the real term, for example, when I consult for Tata Controls, it's a different mind game. But when you consult for a consulting company like Mindtree, it's a different mind game, right? So you have to think not just in service model, come out of it and think on creative model. Use your creativity, use your talent, build things that is useful. Yeah. For that you don't need English language. First of all, you don't need to know language. You don't need to go to a school. You don't need to get degrees. You don't need any designations or anything. All you need is passion. How to convert your passion into something useful. That's all, as simple as that. And that's what I believe in, right? And currently we are also in the process of setting up R&D lab. So there are big R&Ds. For example, I will always tell, in a year if you take H-index, have you heard of H-index in publication research? Because 90% Indian research doesn't get accounted for, because you cut paste. Plagiarism is the most. That's why Sadhana, which is the most important journal of Indian science, outsourced its operation to Springer. Yeah, truth. That is the truth. We have to accept. The problem in India is if you talk negative, if you identify the problem, you are a bad guy. If you tell the truth, you are a bad guy. Yeah, that's a problem. Not because of the current government. It has been the problem for last 50 years. Yeah, so that's a problem. How to convert that? How to change? You have to change your mindset. From a slave mentality of 1,000 years, you think, I am the creator. No, I have to create. I have to invent. What India requires is not businessmen and middle managers. Who makes the maximum money in India? All the middlemen. Big companies to small, all the middlemen. The farmer never gets any money. Who is actually doing the real science? Who never gets near money. There is no research and development to support the farmer. Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat. We totally forget about them. You talk about the upper income group and super rich group who can afford mobiles, 2 girlfriends, 1 bike, or per semester 1 girlfriend. You are talking about addressing. This population cannot take this country ahead. Never ever possible. It has to be the wholesome approach. Second, how you treat your woman. That shows your mentality. You pray to the woman as a goddess in the morning and you go and abuse her in the evening. How a society will work? That means there is something wrong in your thought process. If you are not able to change this, whatever management studies, degrees you get has no meaning. It has no meaning, no value. You can never ever create permanent wealth. Prosperity is not equal to consumerism. Please understand that. Prosperity is not equal to consumerism. Having a mobile phone is easy. Designing a mobile phone is tough. The number of cars you have, number of houses you have, number of friendship you have, or number of likes on the Facebook or LinkedIn is not the problem. Yeah? That's the problem. But that is not prosperity. Prosperity means out of 100 people, at least all the 100 get food. At the 100 people, all they get the public facilities. Take a model of Europe, but I'm not saying it's the best model. You share your wealth. And that is possible only through technology. But what we are following is a crude capitalistic model. Yeah? The rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. There is no, the technology is still using only people who can afford Uber or Ola. The technology is not there to sell the farmers' produce. That is not famous here. So you have lost your values, which is 5,000 years old. Broad-mindedness, thinking to innovate. Aryabhatta, Bhaskara, Ramanujam came in this land. In this land, these are the people who are born in this land. Yeah? But we don't follow their footsteps. We follow Americanized footsteps. Going to McDonald's is considered, if you go to US, I travel a lot, it is for beggars. $1 a burger is for those who want to go on the path, very long distance you have to drive, you buy a burger. But why should we import the model? Why not vada pav? It's within us, how we project ourselves. Then we create. What's in the mind is what is creation. Yeah? I think it is mentioned about Vivekanand. That's where what's in your mind is what you are and what you create. And if you want to create a very powerful country like India, like a country, we need all of them to work together. Yeah? You see our literature, you see our science, but why we have not converted those things to a product? So, as a business school, I'm a technical person coming to business, but there are ways to make money. And how you make your money, value-based system, ethics, which is lacking. If we are not able to follow the traffic rules, how can we create a vehicle? Not even today, we don't have a single patent for IC engines, combustion engines used in India. Even today, Tata, whether it's Tatas, Mahindras, anybody, still today, every engine they buy, you buy a car, you pay for the IP, intellectual property. The fan, AC, Nikola Tesla, not by us. DC Edison, mobile phone, TV, JL Bird, radio, Marconi, everything that you use in your day-to-day life is invented by somebody else. So what we have contributed, we have let down our farmers, we have let down our agriculture produce totally, and we are talking in service models and IT and cloud computing, nanotechnology, big things. How much opportunity is there for you to innovate and bring opportunities for people? Yes, you go to Vidarbha, you go to Nashik. I travel a lot in India, across India, and the outskirts. So you see what you can contribute. You can provide a lighting systems, cheap, low-cost products. Think those terms. Become entrepreneur is not creating websites. Please understand that. Even a 7th standard school student can create a website today. It's in their syllabus, CBSE syllabus. It is there. PHP programming is there in CBSE 7th standard, 8th standard. Entrepreneurship means ideas or products. Convert your idea into product. But don't only look at, keep your mind big, allow other things to come. Because most of your engineering background, right? You don't know what to do, you went to MBA college. Everybody joined MBA college, I also joined MBA college. So if you would have thought something beyond that, you would have done something better in life. Definitely. Yeah. So that's all. I want to say only one thing. There is a beautiful poem by Robert Frost. I don't know, you have heard of him. You read English literature, I don't know. 1922, stopping by woods on a snowy evening. Whose would these are? I think I know his house in the village. Thou will not see me stopping here. Blah, blah, blah. He comes to the last part. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep. And miles to go before I sleep and miles to forgive before I sleep. And there is another poem by Rabindranath Tagore. You know that? Let my country awake into that heaven of freedom. Let my country awake. I think even after independence, 62, I don't know, for 1947, whatever years it is, doesn't matter. We are still not awakened to be what is it to be a country and what is to be standing independent. We are independent only in ruling. We are 100% dependent on technology for others. The day we invent and others stand in a queue for our visa, our country can never ever become a powerful country. And that rests all with you. Young people can do that. Yeah, that is what we have to do. Instead of looking for a job, we create jobs. With values, not just for money. Money anybody can make. If by importing oil, Reliance can make money, anybody can make. Yeah, he's a middleman, in my opinion. He's not having the biggest R&D center. He can talk defense, big things. What you have invented and sold, what matters? Yeah, the number of patents we file, number of products we create, and indigenous to solve our own problems. And that is what can take this country ahead, and that is what 1.2 billion brains can work together. We all of us have the same brain, 1,400 grams, not more, not less. Yeah. So how to use it for the benefit of ourselves and for others through creativity, that is what matters a lot. I'm a little bit blunt, and that's the way I am. And so I don't believe in all this manners and how it is being presented, how we appear. Appearance is only external. What you contribute matters more. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what I want my humble sharing with you. If you feel offended, I'm very sorry. You can give me gali on my Facebook or something else. I'll positively take it, or on my blogs, wherever you want. You can give me gali. I will take it positively, not a problem. If you don't agree with me, it's okay, but don't throw a stone. That's become a habit nowadays here in India a lot. You say something, people throw a stone. So it's very easy to do that. But to create something positive is very, very difficult. Yeah. So let us always create and share. And that's missing in this country nowadays in the last 20 years. So that's what my humble request for of you. And thank you for your wonderful time, and thank you for your patience.